Hi children, welcome to Eclit Learning. I have done separate videos from grade 6 and 7. If you haven't watched my previous videos, please go and watch them for grade 7. For each of the chapter, I have done separate videos. And when it comes to the chapter 7, I have done one video which will be describing about the internet and its services. And this will be the second part of it, which will be describing about HTML, right? So yeah, let's start with that. 7.4, let's develop web pages using HTML. So here, the students are discussing about creating web pages, and they are talking about basically HTML. So HTML is the basic language we use to create web pages, right? So HTML means hypertext markup language, and this is the basic language which we use to create web pages, right? So if you want to develop a web page from the scratch, you should know HTML. So these are the tags we basically use. So don't worry about it too much. I will quickly go through of them, each of them. But when we practically do this thing, you will understand what this is really, right? So usually all the web pages will be starting and ending with HTML tag, right? This one. And then comes the head tag, which will be describing about the head part or the first part of the web page, right? Then comes the title tag. If you want to describe a title or a topic for the web page, you have to use the title. So body will have almost all the content of the web page. You can have different kind of tags. So BR tag is basically to break the line. If you want to go for a new line, you should use this, right? H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, like that you can use for headings. So H1 will be the having the largest font size. H6 will be having the smallest heading size. Then comes the center. If you want to center some image or a letter, you can use this tag. P is for paragraph. BG color is to define the background color of your web page. And from background tag, you can define a background image. Image source is used to give the location of an image if you want to insert an image for your web page. href is basically used for the links, hyperlinks. Font face is basically for the font type, right? You can similarly change the font size also. Bold is for bold, B is for bold, I is for italic, and U is for underlining the text. So when we want to create a web page, there are so much sophisticated applications as well. But as a beginner, you can just starting with the simple text editing software like Notepad, right? But when you create this web page, when you're using a Notepad, always when you're saving that file, you have to save with the extension HTML. Then only you can view it using a browser. We'll do it and see. So this is the basic HTML page. As I earlier told, all the web pages will be starting and ending with the HTML tag. And can you see the start um, tag will be like this, and always the end or the end tag will be with a slash, right? Then comes the head. So it will define the header part, and then comes the body part, right? So inside the header, we have given the title. So this will be giving the suitable name for the web page, right? Then comes the body. So body part is actually what is visible for the web. So all the web page content should be inside the body tag, right? So always remember for the ending tag, there will be a slash at the beginning of the tag. So here there's a small mistake. Title is for the beginning, and here there should be with a slash. for the ending tag. Okay. So before going for this table, we'll quickly create a simple web page and see. Right. I'm going to save this file with the HTML extension. Right. So as it was explaining in there, you should have HTML tags. For this one, you can use a Notepad or Notepad++. Notepad++ would be very easy, but as in the textbook it's telling about Notepad, I am using this. But you can use even a Notepad++ as the simple text editor. Then comes the head, right? So head and body, right? Okay, in the head part, we had the title. Hope you remember. So we'll write something, animals. So you have to save this. So I'm going to open it with the browser. So can you see this is an empty web page, but the title we have as the animals. Okay. So that is what you will get if you do a simple web page with the title only, right? Yeah. So here they have given another example. Title is welcome, right? And with the H1 tag, welcome to Sri Lanka. And uh, again, another H1 tag, same thing, welcome to Sri Lanka, but it is centered, right? We'll do that and see. So I'm going to open this same thing with Notepad++. So it is easy for me to do the development. That's the only reason. Otherwise, same thing can be done in the Notepad. So here they have mentioned a H1 tag with welcome to Sri Lanka. Okay, so same heading again with center text. Okay, we'll go and refresh the browser and see. See, welcome to Sri Lanka. This is the two headings, but this is more centered. Next part, they are telling to use different kind of headers, H1, H2, H6. So you can see how the font sizes will be changing, right? So I'm going to remove this. So we should have H1 and H2 tag. So these closing tags are not a must. That means it won't give you errors, but that's a good practice. And if you don't close it properly, you may not get what you're expecting to get, right? So I have saved it and I'm going to refresh the browser. See the different sizes H1, H2 and H6. Okay, we'll go for the other example. So using underline, italic and bold, right? So same thing we can use these tags, bold, and we'll remove these H1 headings. Then you can, so this is for italic. This is for bold. We'll refresh it and see. So this is the bold. This is the italic. Sorry, I haven't underlined it, right? This is the underline. Bold, italic, underline. Yes. Then they're talking about different font sizes, right? And font colors. Here they are going to talk about font color and font style, right? So H1 header is there, and for these three things, they have used different kind of font and font colors, right? Okay, so H1 header, these are H1s all. I'm not using the singular font. And, yeah, as there's no single font in my machine, I'm using only these two fonts and these two font colors. We'll refresh the page and see. Yeah, we can see blue one with one font and another font with red color. Then they are going to add the background color, right? For the body tag, we have to put BGA color and you can give a color gold. We'll refresh. It's a gold color. And can you see in the example, they have given some font, uh, given some color like this with the hexadecimal value. So this is same thing. You either you can give the color name like gold, black, like that, or you can give the hexadecimal code like this. We'll do it here and see what will happen. So what happened is this, there are 6 values. Can you see? So RGB, 2 values for each color. So if I put FF means it's R section, red section, that means it's red. So if I put 0 for this and RGB, so if I make this G values F, This is going to become what? Green. RGB. So if I make the last two values FF, then it will become blue. These are the basic primary colors, but you can make any colors as you wish. Then you can insert a paragraph, right? After the heading, you have added a big paragraph. Okay, this is my paragraph. I will change the title. And I will change my heading also. So I saved it. I'm refreshing the browser. So this is how the paragraphs will be shown. So insert a background image, right? What you have to basically do is for the body tag, you have to given the background and you have to given the image path. So when it comes to this one, in the same browser for the folder where the browser is, I'm having another picture cat, right? So this is JPG image, right? So I can just give like this path. But if you don't have the HTML file and um, image in the same folder, you have to give the either the absolute path from the exact point, or you can give the relative path according, right? So here both are in the same folder, so nothing to worry. I can just give like this. So I'm going to save it and I'm going to refresh. So there is how the background image is there because this image is smaller, so it is repetitively applied. If you put a big image, uh, the whole image will take the place. So rather than the background image, you can put a image inside the body also, like this. I will refresh. Like this, you can insert an image. So if you want, you can change the height and width of your image as well. So I will refresh it. You can see it's changing the size. So we'll make the height like this and increase the width bit. So these are pixel values like this. Okay. Yeah. Then they are going to talk about lists, right? So you can have ordered list OL or unordered lists. That means ordered list means so usually you should need a order, right? So for those things we can use this OL, and this is how you tell the list items. LI, LI, LI. These are the list items. The overall list is defined by OL tag, and like this you can have list items. Okay, we'll do it and see. I'm removing all these paragraphs and images. So OL will define the ordered list, right? In there we can have different list items. So they have used ICT, mathematics, science, like this. So we'll refresh and see the list. See 1, 2, 3, 4. So same thing you can give like this also. You can tell the type what I want. I want numbers. Same thing. If you want letters, you can tell capital A or simple A, like that you can give. Understood. So these are ordered lists. Order matters for these lists. Like this. So that is this example. And here they have given you a nested list. Inside the ICT, there is another list, right? We'll do like that. So initially list is having type 1, and under ICT there is a list of type, a different type. You have to close these tags, otherwise it's a bit confusing. So then we have the list items like word. We'll keep some indentations, then it's more clear for you. So this is the initial list, and inside ICT there's another sub list or the nested list like this. Understood? So that is the ordered list. Same thing, we can go with the unordered list. That means order doesn't matter. Unordered means UL. That means if I refresh it like this, and for this we'll use circle, square, both are there. We can put square if you want. We'll see what happened. First one for the disk, it didn't change. This is having square. If you want, you can make this circle. Okay. Then comes to add a link for a different place, web pages or something, a different web page, kind of. Okay. In addition to the link, they have used this BR tag. We'll do it and see. So I'm removing this, right? So I'm using without BR tag. I want to show you something. Now I have put the break lines, not a tag, but I have break the lines to new things. But when I check it here, it's one line, right? Always remember in HTML, if you put spaces or new lines like this, it doesn't reflect in the web browser. For that, you have to use the tags. So for this one, we have the BR tag. Okay. So for each of these things also, we have to break the lines. And now it will break the lines. So that's the break tag. So here you can add href. And if you want, you can give external link or internal link as well. So in the example in your textbook, they have given internal one, internet.html, your own web page. You can create another web page. Now we are working in the same HTML file. You can save another HTML file and link it like this, or I will show you with the external link like google.com. So here we can put this and we'll see. So if you click this link, this is the link, right, which is coming from here. Click here. Then we'll see it is redirected into the google.com. Right, you can use it for external or internal websites, web pages as well. Yeah, so that's the end of the second part of this video. So I will do another part for this, especially for the safety and ethical usage of internet. So thank you very much. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe and press the bell notification as well. So please do comment. Please like my video. So that's a great help. Thanks again.